Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Car Chronicles. So today's episode, I'm gonna talk to you guys about not being okay. It's okay to not be okay. I feel like in life we are faced with so much already, especially being a woman. You faced with, oh, I gotta get up and do my hair today. Oh my goodness, if you're a mother, you're responsible for your children, you're responsible for your spouse. I mean, it's just so many things, right, that as a woman we take on. Not only, just the household things, but we also take on just like our own things that we deal with on our own. With that being said, I really felt like I should share a struggle of my own, transparency again. I sometimes go through that feeling of just not being okay, and I hold myself to perfection instead of grace. Even though I tell myself all the time, like, girl, you're going to hold yourself to grace today. You're going to hold yourself to grace today. You don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be all lined up, ducks in a row, T's crossed, I's dotted. Like, you can mess up. But when I do mess up, or when I do feel down, or I'm just like not with it on that day, I tend to beat myself up. Am I the only one that does that? Comment down below if you do that as well, so that I know I'm not alone. Like, I know I'm not alone. You might not want to admit it or be as open about it as I am, but that's okay as well, okay? Like, the whole point of this is it's okay to not be okay. Like, I think sometimes, people look at me, okay? Let me just talk about myself, I guess. And they just like, oh, dang, she look like she got it all together. Dang, she's this or she's that, or look what she driving, or look at what she got, or whatever, or she's so happy all the time. Baby, if you only knew. If you only knew that it's God's grace that keeps me every single day. And it's a decision that I have to make every single day. And it's sometimes very difficult. It's not always easy to wake up and like kind of try to pull yourself up out of a funk, right? As I decide, like, okay, are we gonna have a good day today, or are we gonna have a bad day today? And if I decide I'm gonna have a good day, which is like 98% of my days, I decide I'm gonna have a good day, then what I do is I let myself know that even though I'm deciding to have a good day, if things that transpire throughout the day take me off of my good day path, it's okay. I don't have to up about it because I didn't have a good day and I made a decision to have a good day. It's like, okay, I can make a decision to go to Mars, but then I end up on Jupiter. Am I going to be mad? No, because I'm going to celebrate the fact that I even was able to make that decision, right? So we need to do that with ourselves. Like, every single day is intentional for me to set my atmosphere. But I'll be honest and I'll say, like, it doesn't all the time just work. Like, 50% of the time, less than 50% of the time doesn't just work, okay? Like, I have issues, and I understand that I have issues. I have good days and I have bad days, but this video is really more so about helping you guys to understand, while I help myself to understand and realize that not being okay is okay sometimes. And you don't have to always have all the answers. I think, like, society kind of puts us in this box where it's like you have to know by a certain age, like, what you want to do with your life. or you have to have children by a certain age, or even be married by a certain age, or be in a certain career path. And it's like, baby, do you not know that you on is the clock of the Lord's? Come on. Like, so I just feel like when we like understand that concept, that we're not on our time, we're on borrowed time from Jesus, like us time. And because he has given us or graced us with time in every single day, that's time to live your life. That's time to enjoy life. That's time to, you know, really get to know you and really get to know, like, okay, I'm not okay today. Or, okay, I'm having a good day today. Yes, we're having a good day. But even taking it a step further and going beyond like your days, you know, you may just have like a spell like I just went through of just depression, you know, where it's just like you wake up, you make a decision to have a good day, you make a decision to you know, not allow the circumstances of the day to affect you, and you set your atmosphere, right? But for some reason it's something tugging on your heart, and it's like, I just feel like crying, I just feel like I need to cry, I just feel like I need to get it out. That's okay, guys. Like, do you understand? Like, that's okay. And you owe it to yourself to feel every emotion and every feeling that you're feeling at that point. You owe it to yourself. You would do yourself a disservice if you block out and try to pacify or disregard the way that you are feeling. Now, I'm not saying live there, but I am saying deal with it. The best thing that I did for myself was to deal with me. That was the hardest thing that I've ever had to do in my life. In my life, because for my entire life, I've always hid behind, you know, the acceptance or validation or opinions of other people. And so I'll be honest and say, like, I shaped who I was based on the thoughts and opinions of other people. And so when I had times or moments of I'm not okay, it was like, no, you can't not be okay because so-and-so thinks that you're perfect, or because X, Y, and Z think, you know, that you got it all together. So, you know, you got to keep that up. You can't allow people to think that you're not okay. Like, it's not okay for you to not be okay, because everybody comes to you for everything. So I really had to like go into spiritual solitude. And in doing that, when I went into the place of spiritual solitude to really unpack who I was, I really was able to deal with all of me. Like the imperfect me, the jacked up me, the crybaby me, the emotional me, like whatever version of me that there were or there are, I'm able to deal with who I am at the core, because I went through that period of solitude and understanding that I have to understand who I am, and I have to understand when I'm getting into moments of I'm not okay, and understand that it's okay to not be okay. Like, pretending to have it all together is the worst thing that you could ever do. Like, aside from preventing yourself to feel the ways that you are feeling. Like, so it's for an example, little things I will hold myself to, and it's like dumb standards of perfection, like just dumb. So if I just gone through a breakup, I would be like, nope, you can't be sad, you need to get over it, you need to just go out here and just live your best life. Fortunately, unfortunately, that's not how it worked, okay? I had to take time and process through those emotions that I was feeling. And I went through periods of really not being okay. You know, my last relationship, I felt like I lost my best friend, you know? Like, we did everything together. Like, everything together. Probably to the point of it being unhealthy, where I felt like I couldn't survive without this person. And so, because I had allowed myself to get there and get to that point, I didn't deal with it when it ended. It was just like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know, we gonna be mad because we would break up, get back together, break up, get back together. You know, that whole in and out situation. But in all honesty, like, I didn't allow myself to feel or to not be okay. I pretended to like my friends and my family, like, that I was fine. And the truth is, I had just gotten out of an engagement. So it's like, girl, you're not okay. You're not okay. You're smiling and you're pretending to be okay. And that's because other people's definition of who I was and who I am is this strong person. And granted, I am strong, but I'm strong because of who's in me, not because of a will of my own. And so when I had to, like, really deal with me, it was hard. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy to deal with you. It is the hardest thing ever if you've never done it before. And I don't mean like the whole cookie cutter version of you, like this exterior thing that we do. Like, no. I'm talking about the low down, the dirty, the nasty, the trifling, the honest, the blunt, the I don't care if this hurt your feelings, but this is real you. Like, it's one thing to have a community around you to enlighten you or open your eyes to that version of you, and it's another thing for you to be in communion with the Lord. Like, it's just you and Jesus, because you don't have nobody else around you. And it's like, dang, I really see now what so-and-so was saying about me. Dang, I really am not the best communicator like I thought I was. Or, dang, I really am jacked up. And guess what? As jacked up as we all are, and as bad of a communicator as we may be, of habits that we may have, like, it doesn't matter, because we belong to somebody that's so great. Like, he knows everything about us, regardless of who we are, what habits we have, how trifling we may be, how trifling we can act, how nasty our attitudes are. Like, it doesn't, none of that stuff matters to God. Like, he's just like, I want you to come to me just as you are, and just as you are in your mess, in your ability to not be okay today, I'm still going to use you, and I'm still capable of doing things on the inside of you because I love you that much. And like, that's what I mean. Like, it's okay for you to not be okay. You don't have to pretend that you got it all figured out. Like, trust me, you ain't gonna get far in life pretending. You might get far in life as it relates to society standards, but as it relates to your true happiness, you will not grow from the point of which you are if you continue to hold yourself to false expectations. If you continue to hold yourself to perfection, like, understand, if you have days where you're just like, I can't do this today, I'm not able to do this today, get in your zone. Talk to your daddy, and I'm talking about your heavenly Father. Like, talk to him and just let him know, like, Lord, I need you today. I need you today, because if I'm trying to do it in my own strength and it's not working, it's not working for me, and I'm not okay. I'm not okay with this. I don't feel okay. I feel like I'm about to have a mental breakdown at any moment, and I need you to intervene right now. And I trust that you have the ability to intervene right now. And I have faith in your ability to intervene. And understand, like, it's okay. Like, God created us to need him. So if we're operating in our own strength, what's the point in him even being there? What's the point in him even, being in our lives if we can do it all ourselves? Like, so let me have another transparent moment with you. I'm not a person where I like to rely on people. I don't like it at all. My mom always says, that's a pride thing. That's a pride thing. Mommy, if you're watching, I love you. But that's not a pride thing for me. It's not a pride thing for me. It's more of a, I know what I am to people, And so sometimes I give all of me and I have nothing left in me to give. And I don't ever want to make someone else feel that way. Even though to me, it's not an inconvenience. You know, it's just the makeup of who I am. But I understand the balance now. And so I understand that some people don't yet know the balance. And I don't want to be the cause of someone having a tipping moment, you know? So, constantly pray about is me relinquishing the sense or the need to have control. Like, I don't need to have control over everything, because the truth is I have control over nothing. Like, nothing. Like, I have control over myself. I can control me as far as my reactions to things, but I'm not in control of a life that don't belong to me. Like, I get it. And in that, I'm not expected to be perfect either. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I know that God is the person that created me, right? And he's the person that created you. And so because he created us, right? He created us with a specific genetic makeup. The sun is like really trying to do numbers for my melanin right now. It's really blocking me. So like he had designed us with a specific genetic makeup. But in every single one of us, there is a need. And there will always be a need, because he designed us to need him. And so in that, part of that need is understanding you don't have to be okay, and you're not going to always be okay. And you have to be okay with not being okay. Like, you have to be okay with not being perfect, with not knowing like what's next. You have to be okay with finding contentment in just being in his presence. Like, God desires us to desire him, and he wants us to understand, like, we need him. It's okay to not be okay, and you have to understand that not being okay doesn't make you a horrible person. It doesn't make you a jacked up person. It doesn't make you a trifling person. It doesn't make you a ball of a mess. It just makes you a person who needs something else there to help you in the moments when you're not okay. And that something else is God. Like, rest in his love, rest in his grace, rest in the idea that he knows exactly who you are. He knows exactly the type of day that you're going to have. He knows exactly the mistakes that you're going to make. He knows, and he loves you anyway. And the one thing that he desires is for you to recognize that you need him. You need him, and that he loves you just as you are. So stop trying to be this perfect person. Stop trying to live up to the standard that you created for yourself, or that you've allowed others to create for you. Because really the only standard that we should live up to is the standard of the Lord. And that is not perfection. That is grace. Hi family, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Card Chronicles. Do me a favor, press the like button on this video. Make sure you also subscribe to my channel, and make sure that you push that little bell next to the subscribe button, so that way you'll know when I post a video. I love you. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and understand you do not ever have to be perfect. The standard that you hold yourself to is the same standard that the Lord holds you to, and that is the standard of grace. Much love.